she's so fine. Hell of a ride, blows my mind. Hell of a ride, lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is December the 15th, 2021. This story is coming out of Louisiana. It's coming via the USA Today, and it came out around noon today. Racist slurs heard in video at Louisiana judge's home. Calls for her resignation intensify. Multiple people were recorded using a racist slur in a video taken at the home of a Louisiana judge over the weekend, leading to calls for her resignation. Lafayette City Court Judge Michelle Odinet confirmed the footage was filmed in her home over the weekend. The current first reported on Monday. That would have been the 13th. After the video surfaced, capturing people repeatedly saying a racist slur while watching security footage of a failed burglary over the weekend. None of the speakers heard in the video are seen during the clip, but multiple voices can be heard repeatedly saying the N-word. Quote, "Mom's yelling, in, end quote, a male voice says, recounting the incident while watching the security footage. Quote, "We have an in. It's an in, like a roach," end quote, a female voice adds. The attempted burglary occurred early Saturday morning at Odinet's home and was caught on her security cameras. A 59-year-old black male was arrested and charged with 2 counts of simple burglary in connection with that incident. In a statement to the Daily Advertiser on Tuesday, Odinet said her family was the victim of an armed burglary, but a spokesperson for the Lafayette Police Department said Tuesday there was no indication that the suspect had a weapon. That is a picture of Lafayette City Court Judge Michelle Odinet, taken from July of 2020. Odinet, who was elected to the bench just more than a year ago, also said she hasn't slept since the burglary and does not remember the racist language captured in the video. Quote, "I was given a sedative at the time of the video. I have zero recollection of the video and the disturbing language used during it. Anyone who knows me and my husband knows this is contrary to the way we live our lives. We ask for your understanding, forgiveness, patience, and prayer," she added. Odinet did not immediately respond to the additional questions sent by the Daily Advertiser on Tuesday. Local NAACP President Michael Toussaint called on Odinet to resign over the repeated use of the racist slur in the video, KLFY reported. Quote, "Hate in any form cannot stand and must be condemned," President Michael Toussaint said. "I have never met Judge Odinet, only heard her voice in campaign ads. But because she has confirmed that the video was in fact taken inside her home, one would think that as a sitting judge, a mother, a community leader, a person in position of authority, that she would have stepped up and taken a stand against that type of language in her own home," end quote. City Marshal Reggie Thomas, who leads the city court's law enforcement arm and is the first black person to be elected to a citywide office in Lafayette, said Odinet should be held accountable for the video's racist language in a statement Tuesday, adding, quote, "A mere ineffectual and weak apology will not suffice," end quote. Quote, "I am certain that most people of color share my pain with the N-word as used to describe us. With that being said, I'm sure that people of color will find it impossible to trust that they will be treated fairly and equally when they have to stand for judgment before Judge Odinet. This type of language cannot be accepted or tolerated by anyone, especially those who serve as leaders in our city," Thomas said. "I understand that a burglary had taken place, and that's a strenuous circumstance. Nonetheless, it is during tough situations that our character is revealed. The usage of the N-word to describe any individual is not only deplorable, it is revealing of racial prejudice, let alone from such a high representative of our judicial system. It is up to Judge Odinet to remember the oath she took, and should she remain on the bench, find a way to gain back the trust of all of Lafayette, especially African Americans," he added. The Louisiana Legislative Black Caucus also issued a call for Odinet to resign. Quote, in the event she doesn't resign, we request that the Louisiana Judiciary Commission immediately appoint an ad hoc judge to hear cases in her division, investigate this incident, and ultimately remove her, end quote, the group said in a news release. I'm going to go ahead and play the video now.
Mom goes, why are the lights to your
When I pull up in the whip, they be saying, God damn.
Like, why are your lights on? They're like, pull up, pull up.
And Mom's yelling, nigger! Nigger!
Oh, kid, we have a nigger. It's a nigger. Like a roach.
Look,
Oh, that's me.
No, that's
I came from the backside.
And look, he trips over the line.
He trips twice. He trips twice.
I was the only one running.
That's
were
me.
standing right
Kenny
there.
was standing. I'm the one that took him down. Kenny's just standing there.
He lied. That was his wallet.
Yeah.
That's my phone where it fell out.
Look, Mom. The dude had a phone on him. We should have taken his phone and stolen from him, that fucking asshole.
And now I'm going to grab a gun.
Go and get the gun.
It's important. Very important.
As me and Austin maintain control of the situation.
The great thing is we've got video. We've got look, they're with the car. Wait, look, there's
And look, here comes
there's
Rebel.
Want to play fetch?
I hope everyone found that as offensive as I did. Her apology was weak AF, just like Reggie Thomas said. It really actually wasn't even an apology. It was really her asking for forgiveness and patience and understanding for her and her husband. That they don't live their lives like that. But they do. Because the video came from her home. She admits that. So in her home, she allows use of the N-word. That word is not allowed here. It's not tolerated here. And it has no place here in my home. And I will be quick to toss somebody out the front door over it. And I don't care what color they are. It just doesn't happen here. Even my kids know better. So, every case that she has touched since she came into office in July of 2020 needs to be looked at by a committee. Not just another judge that's friends with her. An actual group of people need to lay eyes on those cases. Because this is important. And if I was someone who had been in front of her, I would be throwing a fit right now. I would be throwing a fit saying, nope, let's look at this again, because she clearly has a problem with African Americans. She's saying the N-word. I mean, she's saying it come from her home. But also I want to point out that they're saying no physical people showed up on there. But there's clearly a very feminine hand. And there's a female voice. And this feminine hand that appears in the lower left corner of the screen, it appears to be someone that speaks with their hands. So I don't know her personally, obviously. I don't know if she herself talks with her hands. But there is a female hand in the left corner of the video. So yes, someone did appear on camera. And for them to be looking at this security footage that supposedly traumatized her so bad that she had to take a sedative to sleep. It sure doesn't sound like it's very traumatizing. They're making a joke of the whole video. So, I mean, come on with the jokes. Like, I just think that's her way of BSing and trying to get out of this. But I think she should resign. She should resign immediately. And like I said, all of the cases that have come before her who have people of color should be looked at by a committee. Not just one of her little buddies that's also a judge. So I'm going to end the video on that note, but I definitely wanted to bring this some attention. And I'm going to end the story on that note. Thanks for watching, guys.